So you've seen the breathtaking mountain views, the low unemployment rate, and all those best places to live rankings, but what's the catch? Hey there, I'm Scott Willey. I'm a local real estate agent here in Utah and someone who genuinely loves living here. I work with people from all over the country who are thinking about making the move to Utah. That means I hear it all, both the good and the bad aspects of living in Utah. Now, I'm not here to scare you off. Utah is incredible in so many ways, but if you're thinking about moving here, there are a few things you won't find in the brochures, and they matter more than you think. I'm talking about the stuff that surprises people after they unpack, the stuff that's hard to Google, the stuff that makes some folks second guess the move to Utah. I've helped dozens of families relocate to Salt Lake City, and I've heard it all, straight from the people living it. And today I'm laying out for you the 6 biggest downsides of living in Utah that locals don't always talk about, but they absolutely should. So if you're curious to learn more about what it's like to actually live here, send me a message. My contact info is in the description below and pinned to the top of the comment section. So whether you're already packing boxes or just considering the idea of moving to Salt Lake City, this video is for you. Let's dive in. Number 1 is the air quality, Utah's dirty little secret. Now, if you've never experienced a winter inversion before, it's more than just a weird weather quirk. It's actually a legitimate health issue. Now, here's what happens in a winter inversion. You have cold air that gets trapped in the Salt Lake Valley under a layer of warmer air. And this basically turns the Salt Lake Valley into a bowl of pollution. That pollution comes from cars, homes, and overall industry. The result, a murky gray haze that lingers for days or sometimes even weeks. It's definitely not the most comforting feeling and not something that you would expect moving to this area. And it's not just gross, it's actually dangerous, particularly for the elderly or people with asthma and breathing issues. Now in the summer, wildfire smoke from as far as California and Canada can make the air just as bad. But here's a quick local tip. If you're looking to exercise outdoor, head up to Big Cottonwood or Mill Creek Canyon. The air clears fast, just 15 to 20 minutes from the valley because of the higher elevation. Number 2, construction never ends. And it's not just in Salt Lake. Utah is growing fast and it shows. Drive anywhere along I-15 and you'll see orange cones like it's our state flower. And don't even get me started on the potholes. Sometimes I feel like I'm riding around in a 1950s built roller coaster driving down the street. Between the tech boom in Lehigh, the housing demand in places like Harriman and Saratoga Springs, and road expansions across the Wasatch Front, it's nonstop. Add in weather extremes like snow, salt, and 100+ degree heat cracking the road, and you're basically looking at constant repairs. Now, whether you're in a brand new neighborhood or an established neighborhood, you're probably close to a build zone. So if you're sensitive to noise, dust, or detours, it's something to seriously consider. Number 3 is the housing costs. Now, the housing costs are higher than you think. And I hear this all the time working in real estate, and it's a legitimate problem. Many people want to live here, but simply can't afford the cost of housing. Now, for people moving here from the Midwest or the South that are used to maybe lower housing prices, it can definitely come as a shocker. Now, unlike markets like Dallas, where builders can simply continue to expand the cities outward, Salt Lake City is completely landlocked, and there just simply isn't enough land left to develop to keep up with demand. So why so pricey? Well, it's a mix of high demand, a young growing population, a strong job market, and not enough housing to go around. Even smaller towns like Payson, Tooele, and Roy aren't immune. Home values have grown steadily. But for first-time home buyers, it can feel like you're sprinting just to keep up. Number 4 is the food scene. Yes, it's improved quite a bit over the last few years, but Salt Lake City can still feel a little hit or miss. Now, there's some great restaurants in the downtown area, but as soon as you venture into the suburbs, it's still a lot of fast food chains and burger joints. Areas like Draper, Ogden, and Lehigh are catching up, but depending on where you live, you might have to drive for variety. This is particularly true in the southwest corner of the valley. It's likely going to be several years before places like Harriman and Riverton have more food options. It's also noteworthy that eating out here isn't cheap. Wallet Hub ranked Salt Lake City the 127th most affordable city for food. The bottom line, there's amazing food. You just might have to seek it out. Number 5 are the social circles. Many argue it's harder to break into if you're not part of the LDS church, That's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, this one's a delicate subject, but super important. In some areas of Utah, especially in smaller towns and newer suburbs, the local church is the center of community life. This means social events, kids' sports, neighborhood barbecues, even some business referrals often go through that network. And if you're not part of the LDS church, it can feel like you're just outside of that inner circle. That said, Utah is changing. Salt Lake City, Sugar House, Mill Creek, and Ogden are much more diverse now, both culturally and religiously. You can definitely find your people here. It might just take a bit more intentionality. All right, if you want to get to know more people, here's some advice from a local that's lived here for the last few years. If you can get in with some locals at a pickleball court, maybe join a local rec league or hiking group, it's going to be much quicker to find friends. Number 6 are the weather extremes, and it's not just snow and sun. Utah's weather looks beautiful on Instagram. You have snow-covered peaks, golden fall leaves, sunny desert hikes, but the extremes, they hit hard. Winter storms can dump a foot of snow overnight. I remember our first winter here in Utah, we experienced a record amount of snow, and it seemed like every morning I was shoveling our driveway. And in the springtime, you can have massive flooding, especially in places like Mill Creek and 𝐂𝐍𝐶 due to the mountain runoff. Now, summer temperatures can hit over 100 degrees in July and August. So here's my final thoughts. Is Utah perfect? Well, no place is, but if you know what to expect, you can plan around the quirks and still love it here. Utah offers unbeatable access to nature, strong job growth, safe communities, and a family-friendly lifestyle. But it also comes with some trade-offs. And if you go in with eyes open, you'll be way ahead of the game. Now, if this video gave you a clear picture of what it's like living in Utah, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We drop videos every week on exactly what it's like to live in Salt Lake City. So if you want to learn more about what it's like to live in Salt Lake City or the surrounding suburbs, make sure to reach out to me. My contact info is in the description below. I'll see you in the next video.